Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. So today is all around your career, okay? So what you're good at, what you're passionate about, and how you can mix the two to ensure that you're following a path that inspires you every day. Because take it from me, I know I've built my career in the corporate world for 12 years now. And now that I'm getting out of it to pursue my dreams and my passions, I understand that trying to figure it out can be really difficult and overwhelming. So hopefully this reading will give you a little bit of insight into what your unconscious brain already knows about what you want to do, okay? What your higher self, what your guides have planned, all of that will give you the insight. So a couple of disclaimers. Just remember that if there's anything in this reading that doesn't resonate with you, it could be that that message was not meant for you. So please take things as it resonates. Use your intuition. It will guide you on the best possible answer. And if you do resonate with multiple crystals, that could mean that there's messages in other piles. So feel free to watch other piles readings as well. Other than that, linked below, I have my Patreon. I also have my website where you can kind of start taking a look at my blog. I'm still building that out, but we're getting there. And then I also have a link if you would like to leave a donation. It's never ever expected. It's always just if you feel called to do so, or you enjoyed one of my readings that impacted you and you feel like you want to donate, never feel pressured to, okay? So I just want to put those things out there. Otherwise than that, I'd say let's just jump straight into it and not waste any time. So we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So as usual, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to meditate with the crystals, and then we'll go ahead and jump over to the reading, okay? So starting with the meditation, that will start right now. Okay, hopefully that gave you guys a moment to meditate with the crystals. Let's just jump straight into the reading, starting with group 1. All right, group 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the beautiful amethyst. So let's go ahead and light some incense here. This is all about prosperity and abundance and fortune. So go ahead and set that intention. I'm gonna go ahead and light that. It's a really strong flame, pretty. All right. So we kind of got that intention going, because with career comes definitely abundance, right? So we definitely want to make sure we're getting that energy. I also have a abundance candle light is here as well. So got all the right intentions, which to me is important. So let's just jump straight into it. So I actually don't have any tarot cards. We're doing all oracle cards today. I was really feel called to do so. This reading is all about your career. So the first cards are all about what you're passionate about. So, and then we'll have some cards based around what you're good at, how you can combine the two, and then some kind of guidance from your spirit guides. So let's just jump straight into it. Starting with what you're passionate about. So we have here is Panther, reclaim your power. So to me, it seems like you're really passionate about kind of helping people feel powerful. That's definitely what I'm getting. Maybe you've had experiences in your life where you've had to reclaim your own power. So you've really learned a lot about kind of that journey and the courage and the work that it takes to reclaim it back, but the empowering experience that you get from it, right? So, you know, that's something that seems like you're really passionate about. You want other people, you want to help other people know how to reclaim their power so that they can be their best self. That's what I'm getting. The whale spirit, trust the great mystery. Interesting. So another passion you have, I'm definitely getting something with the ocean, I think. If not with the ocean, something about spirituality. It seems like you really like mystery and you're not necessarily afraid of the unknown, which is a really beautiful trait to have because it can be really hard to struggle with the unknown for a lot of people, myself included. So it seems that, you know, you're really passionate about something that is mysterious. So whether that's spirituality or the ocean, I think it could be different for a few of you, but just something that's really spiritual and beautiful is something that you're passionate about. And then we have the buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Okay, wow. So I think, okay, so to me, I'm actually really feeling like for most of you, you're passionate and you want to be in the spiritual world, especially having 3 spirits. I mean, this is a spirit oracle deck, but there is different cards within this deck. So 3 spirits that definitely have a sense of individuality. And I'm just kind of getting that because especially with like the panther and the buffalo, like very similar stances. They look powerful, but yet like kind of beautiful, right? With like the feathers, like in touch with more of a higher self, like is kind of what I'm getting. And so it's just, it seems like you're a very spiritual person and spirituality is something you're really passionate about. And you've gone through a really hard journey. And so you know that the universe is a mysterious place. So that's kind of more what I'm feeling is, you know, you want to teach people to reclaim their power and be unafraid to go into the unknown. That's really what I'm getting. So if you don't already know that you're passionate about this, your higher self definitely does. You're unconscious because you want to help people not be afraid to go into the unknown. And honestly, that's what I'm getting is kind of a big message here is you want to teach people how to reclaim their power and become powerful and individual and brave and a leader. And you want them to not be afraid to go discover things because there's so many opportunities. And as they say, the universe, you know, is very favors the bold and courageous. And so it's like you understand that because maybe you've, you know, gotten abundance from the universe and maybe you've done manifestation. And so you just understand a really powerful thing here. So that's definitely your passions. Let's see what you're good at because they could play hand in hand and give you some insight. And so you have to do something with this because this is definitely what your soul path is, your soul mission, your passion, right? So we have stag, trust and thrive. So this is stuff you're good at. So let's see, we have sage, to be devoted and committed. I kind of want to put all of them down, so hold on. Just kind of want to get, you know, an overall picture. Okay, so what I'm feeling with this is these are a lot of spiritual cards. With the druid, right? With like the high priestess, the sage, like all kind of different spiritual. Oh. Okay, so what I'm getting, I love epiphanies because it really is that moment where a thought pops into your head and you're just like, oh, that's totally it. I love epiphanies. Sorry, tangent, but I had an epiphany. So what I'm thinking is so basically we've identified that you are passionate about really teaching people to not be afraid of the unknown and helping them understand the power of the universe, right? And so you have a couple of different avenues that you can do this with people because these are the things you'd be good at, right? These are the things that you're good at, right? Like this is the talents that you have. So what I unpack here is like with the sage, you could be like a writer. So you could be, that's how you could reach people with this information, is you could be a writer in some way, a blog, a book, ask the oracle type of thing. Like the high priestess, I'm getting that you can just be some type of leader, some type of spiritual leader for a group of women. That's what I always get with this card, because there's so much feminine energy here to me that, and feminine doesn't always mean women, but that's just what I get specifically with this, is that feminine energy is really strong, and it's about empowering other women to believe that they can be fucking queens, right? And fucking goddesses. So I am getting that as well, that you could go down that route. The druid, I don't know that much about druidism, so I can't speak too much about that. That might be one you might want to research. But what I'm getting with this is you could hold this space. To me, you could deal with something with nature, and that's how you could help people. So however that resonates, that one's not coming as clear to me what that could mean. So your intuition's gonna have to tell you more. We have traveler, move the new direction. So to me, this one is just about like honestly being like a speaker, like going to different places to speak about this, right? So you have a couple of different avenues of how you can talk about what you're passionate about. So just keep that in mind on whatever really speaks to you, and like trust and thrive. Like basically it's just something that you're good at trusting the universe, clearly. Like you're good at trusting that things happen as they're supposed to happen. And so you don't worry about overthinking or fear or anxiety, or well, I'm sure everybody does, but it's something that you naturally are able to really fight through quickly, because you trust, and so you thrive and you understand that concept. Which, damn, like I am jealous, but humbled in the sense of, I just think it's amazing to be able to be that courageous and be able to take things on and go out and into a mysterious place that is not familiar. It takes guts, because it's something that I'm always working on. So definitely props. So the next cards are how you can maybe mesh these two together. So this already kind of gave us some insight into some other paths, but this is, I guess, just additional insight. I just felt called that these cards to me make sense of specific avenues you can go down. So it is what it is. So we have yes, say yes. So to me, this is just a confirmation card, and I don't know what it's for. It's going to have to be your intuition. If you were thinking, as I was talking about these different avenues that you have, and you were like, oh man, I've always wanted to do that, then this is just the universe confirming what you were just like basically daydreaming about. Okay, what else we got? We have no, wait, postpone, pause, say no. Interesting. Okay. So your intuition's at work here, is what I'm getting, because that's pretty interesting to get a yes and a no card in the same reading, but it's because you have multiple paths. So your intuition is gonna know right now, whatever popped into your mind, you probably got like a feeling of being like, well, what do you mean no? You just said yes. So you probably got confused, you thought about it, and then you realize, oh, like something popped in your mind where you know which one this is for, okay? But I don't. So you're gonna have to use your intuition, because your intuition's saying yes to one of these and no to one of these, okay? Let's see what else we got. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Okay, so maybe it could be possible that some of you know which one you're supposed to, like which one would be the best avenue, but you don't like that answer. And so you're like, but I would rather do like this one, or like whatever. The universe just wants you to know that everything happens for you. So try to see the beauty in all of these options, because you're gonna be a leader in every single option, okay? Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a world into being. I mean, that's not surprising, like, because exactly, like your ideas, especially right now is a really big time for people to start kind of waking up. Hopefully more people are starting to discover their higher selves. I know I am. 2020 is when I woke, which may sound crazy, but as soon as I did, I was like, bitch, let's go. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And so that's the thing, is more people need to wake up, and you're part of helping awake that consciousness, because you know how to help people go through the process of figuring out who they are and what they want, and to trust in the universe, because the universe is true, because it's something that lives inside of who they are, and whatever feels right to them is going to be right. I think you have a really strong message to share, because it can make an impact for people who are afraid of the unknown and are afraid of maybe going into spirituality because it's too good to be true, or it's another religion. I can tell you that's one thing I personally struggled with. I grew up Mormon, LDS. And so I had a hard time, kind of adapting to feeling like, is this another religion? And I've had to maneuver through that myself and realize that it's much different than what I grew up with. And so spirituality is very misunderstood, especially if you came from a religious background that would tell you that spirituality is, wrong, and paganism, and all of the type of, unfortunate things that come through with that. So that's just like a piece of advice, I don't know, that I felt called to tell you. You're gonna bring this compassion, but yet you have these, oh man, hold on, I love these cards. You have these two really strong points in you, like these really just strong, stable, just fucking get shit done, right? Like you look like you're like a badass to people. Like you look intimidating. You seem intimidating, I think, to people. But here's what's gonna happen is, because your spirit inside is actually free and beautiful, and you're peaceful inside. That's what's so beautiful about this is how people perceive you, because they see you as just this badass, intimidating person. Not scary necessarily, just intimidating. Cause fucking what? They're both, it's a panther and a bison. Like, hello, like very strong animals, right? And so it's like, that's how people see you. But inside, your soul is so beautiful and so light that you are gonna help people. You're gonna have the compassion to get through to people. Okay, so that's just one thing I felt called to say, because those cards, that sequence is really beautiful. Damn, this is good. Okay, and then the confirmation cards that we have are from just like your guides, a little bit of guidance on this path. We have hope. So just always have hope and never lose it. It seems, like you're a pretty hopeful person anyways, like you're a dreamer. It seems like you're ambitious, like definitely, so just always have hope, and always remember that the universe is here for you, right? Just never forget. They just want you to always have hope. Okay. I embrace the power of love and the magic of the universe as I walk my new path of self-discovery and develop high vibrational relationships. The fuck? I mean, that's literally what I just said. Like, in the sense of, you're gonna help people raise their vibrations, and it's gonna be nuts. Oh my God. And then last one is love. And that's it, right? And that's why people are gonna listen, because you're compassionate and you have love in your heart. Because it would be easy, what I'm getting is, it would be easy for you to feel jaded because you've had some bullshit happen in your life. And it's easy to get jaded when, life just seems like it's always there to like bring you down. Like it's normal. We all go through it. And I'm sure, you've went through a period like that, but you've really been able to stay humbled the whole time through all the bullshit you've had to deal with. Your heart has not hardened at all. And that's what I'm feeling. And that's why, like, maybe you've had to harden in general, but your heart has remained free and beautiful and alive, and your soul, right? You've always been connected to your soul, it seems like. And it's really kept you from being this, right? Like from being this, like this is definitely your soul mission. And so just know that whatever path feels right, and again, your intuition knows which one it is, I mean, I wish you so much like abundance and luck, and it seems like I don't need to, because I think you're gonna have just, I mean, so much abundance, and you're gonna change people's lives. So please comment down below, okay? And let me know if you knew any of this, because I'd be curious if you're already starting this, or if you're like thinking about how to do it, or if this is completely new information. Like, I'd be so curious, because this is beautiful. Holy shit. Like, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, let me know. But I actually want to pull some more cards. I'm just going to pull a few more cards from my Moonology deck, just to see if there's any other messages. So let me grab that. Okay, so I got my Moonology deck here. I just want to pull some additional cards just to see if there's any other messages while the energy is fresh, because I noticed that can help. So yeah, we'll just kind of see what else. What else the universe has to say. So let's see what we got here. Okay. That one like popped out. You could probably already see it. All right. Okay, so let's do that one that turned over for you to see. Your dreams need a practical plan. So yeah, the yes one, you're probably now like thinking about like, what the fuck do I do though? And so just know that your dreams just need a practical plan. Like, you just need to now sit down and be like, okay, whatever one this is, like, I have no idea. That's why I want to know, like, tell me which one it is for you, you know? But because that's what's beautiful, is there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be different here, so it'll be fun to connect with those people too. But your dreams just need a practical plan. Make sure that you're bringing spirituality and practicality together, and you're making sure that you think practically and you plan everything out and make it happen, right? Like, let's do it. Let's go. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay. So maybe just a message that you need to hear, in the sense of just know that the universe has got your back and you have nothing to worry about. Okay, so just know that. Don't let pride get in your way. That's a good message. Because yeah, it can be hard when you have, because you're destined to be a very influential person, a person that people listen to, and it will be easy for your ego, which is also, so your ego, is also like part of your personality, to explain it through like a psychology based, to understand your ego, or they also call it your id. Think about, like, you know how they always do those scenarios in like cartoons with the angel and the devil on your shoulder? So that actually is a representation of Sigmund Freud's like idea of personality, which I resonate with. Some updated terms, but in general, you need to be aware of is your id, or the devil on your shoulder, is all about pleasure and all about making you happy. And so keep in mind that it's not a bad thing, which is why the devil doesn't really, which is why I don't really resonate with like the devil term anymore. But it's more about the idea of like fun and pleasure, and like kind of just that part of yourself, right? So that part will definitely, and know that your id is usually unconscious, but that's why I want to bring it up. If this is coming through, just watch that part of yourself, because there's definitely no harm in indulging like in, the abundance that might come your way, or the prideful moments that might come your way. It's okay to acknowledge that you're a badass, but be humble about it, okay? So just be aware, like, okay, thank you, id, that's okay. We can celebrate, we can definitely acknowledge that we're a badass, but then let your kind of conscious step in, is what they call it, and your higher self kind of step in to, okay, so what it really is it's your higher self stepping in to kind of be like, okay, let's humble out though, and see the combination of getting your higher self and your id to kind of get along is where you get kind of a more wholeness approach to your life and being able to help mindsets. So this is just a little bit of insight into, don't let that get in your way. So just think about it from that perspective, from like a practical perspective of how you can be aware of this and what to pay attention to, okay? And then luck is on your side. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely get that with you, which is great because we have, you know, two very prosperity, abundance-based things that bring luck. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. So I'd say get your plans in motion and let's fucking go, right? Like, oh my God, that sequence is actually really interesting. So we have full moon, new moon, full moon, new moon. And so it's like, yeah, all that I'm seeing is you've ended a cycle in your life. It's time to fucking chase this dream because you're destined for so many great things. I think you've done the work and that's why you're at this kind of spot that you're at in your life right now. So, you know, really props, because working on yourself and your shadow and your trauma and your pain and all that is bananas, and it's stupid and it's hard, and I get it because I've been there. And so you've done a lot of work. So now it's time to just follow your passions and your dreams, because it's time to help other people heal too, right? Like, you're a light worker. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please give me some deets down below, like which path called to you, and like give me just more insights, because I really want to know. I want to meet who you guys are. That's the cool part about this, is like, I know you because I'm connecting to you energetically, but I want to know more of you, right? So yeah, comment below. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to group number 2. So I'll see you guys later. All right, group 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the beautiful rose quartz cluster. You're probably like, dang, she loves rose quartz, but listen, pink is my favorite color. So especially this rose quartz literally just looks angelic to me. It's just beautiful. So first, what we're gonna do is light a little incense. So this one specifically is for good fortune and prosperity and just abundance. So I thought it'd be good to kind of set an intention, especially because this is like a career, kind of soul mission type of reading, especially like with group 1. So I'm really excited to see your guys's. So I'm gonna go ahead and light it with the abundance candle. So I just want you to kind of focus on it and meditate on it. It's a strong flame for a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, so I'll go ahead and put that there, so you'll kind of see the smoke start to kind of come through. Sorry, had to do some adjustments. So you guys had so many cards. Like, this is a thick pile. So I actually don't have any tarot cards here. I'm really feeling called lately to just do oracle cards. And it's been really great so far, so I'm not worried about it. But the first cards we have are all about the passion, like your passions, right? And then the second kind of set of cards are all about what you're good at or what you're meant to do, or like possible paths, depending, we'll see. And then we also have like confirmations from your guides. So let's not waste any time and just jump straight into it. Okay, starting with, like, look how many cards. So this is what you're passionate about. So you must be a very passionate person. Dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. Vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. I kind of want to just get an overall picture, so I'm gonna put them all down and then we'll talk. Porcupine spirit, time for beginner mind. Rabbit spirit, now is a lucky time. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibility. Wow. Swan spirit, time to deep dive. Canary spirit, sing your own song. Holy shit, you guys. Frog spirit, clear out clutter. And white raven spirit, trust in magic. I mean, okay, give me a second. Let me kind of fill out the energy here. It's a lot of cards. So give me a second. Honestly, what I'm getting is I feel like you're someone who is just really passionate about self-development, because I'm looking at all these cards and I think a lot of them are messages. Like, I don't know, you're gonna kind of have to use your intuition on which ones might be messages, because I think that's why there's so many cards, is because for some of you, they're messages from the universe. So read them, you know, and then for some of you, they're more just like traits or things that you believe in, your values. So, but overall, just what I'm getting looking at all this is you're just you're passionate about self-development, because think about all the things that are here, you know, like nothing is wasted, you know, truth transcends illusion, time for a deep dive, sing your song, clear out the clutter, open to infinite possibilities, time for a beginner mind, like trust in magic, now's a lucky. Like, to me, that's all about self-development. And so that's what I'm getting, is that you're really passionate about self-development. So now I'd be curious to see like what you're good at, to see like how you can incorporate these. So I'm gonna, I guess I'll zoom out. Okay, so you're gonna get a little bit more of my desk, but I just want you guys to have enough room for the cards. So, yeah, we're just gonna kind of scoot. It's not as aesthetic, but I don't want to cover these in case you all need time to kind of reflect on them, because that's a lot to unpack there. Okay, so let's take a look now at your cards that kind of say like what you're good at, or like more where more of like your skill set is. So let's take a look at that. Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Wow. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Direction Guardian, choose your path. You have so many cards. Be graceful in movement and action. And spring, see your seeds grow. Okay, again, give me just a second. Okay, so kind of what I'm getting is for a lot of you, these two cards, so this card, choose your path. I mean, so basically you have a few paths available to you. So these two cards are really standing out as like, to me, what this is saying is, and to me, like with you being really into self-development, part of wellness, and when I say wellness, I think like meditation and, you know, moving your body, exercising, making sure that, you know, your nutrition, like just taking care of your physical body, in my opinion, is what I define as wellness. And so to me, you see the importance of wellness, probably because you've done so much self-development work that you realize the need for harmony, you know, with the yin and yang. Like you realize that you need to have a strong sense of, you need to have a strong practice of wellness. So that's what I'm getting. So what I'm getting is the path is you need to teach other people that having their body, you need to teach other people about taking care of their wellness. And so you have a lot of avenues. Don't take it as just one thing, because that's the thing, is the two avenues I see is you can go through a more spiritual approach where it's more of like, maybe you're a meditation instructor or something that is a little bit more towards that part of wellness. Maybe it's meditation, yoga, Pilates, like something like that, something to do with wellness that's a little bit more on the spiritual side, and like rooting, or you have the opposite side where you want to be more like a personal trainer who helps people, you know, build their strength or endurance, and feel or move their body too. You could even be like a dance, you know, you want to be like a dance, like, you know, like instructor, or like own your own dance studio, I'm getting for some of you. So yeah, you'll have to kind of like choose your path and figure out which one your intuition is kind of guiding you towards. The Elder could be another option as well. What I'm getting with that is not even anything to do with wellness, though it seems like you would probably be most satisfied going down that route. And it's not saying that these things won't bleed through, right? But you could do some type of spiritual work, because you're definitely spiritual, you're here, obviously. And so you could do more spiritual work where you're healing people. Maybe you're doing like Reiki healing. So it's still through wellness, but it's not through directly helping people move their body. It's some type of maybe healing energy, just something to do with healing the body is kind of what I'm really getting. So yeah, again, like pick your path. Like, I'm gonna switch these two. Like pick your path, like whatever one like really speaks to you, right? Like, cause you definitely got options. And so like with the spring card, it's about like, figure out which one speaks to you and plant those seeds, because it will definitely grow. Like abundance is not a problem for you. Like now is a lucky time. I feel like that's a card for, you know, basically everybody. It's a lucky time to start deciding what it is that you want and which one calls to you the most. Okay. So now let's see, like, you're probably like, okay, well, that's awesome, Natalie. How do I do that? Well, let's get some guidance from the universe from some Work Your Light Oracle cards. We have a mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Interesting. So to me, you may just need to do, what I'm getting with this is you just need to do some reflection into what it is that you truly desire, because all three of these might sound appealing, and I'm getting the sense that some of you are feeling like, well, I don't know which one I like want to do. They all sound great. Like, I already knew this already, but I don't know what to do. So the universe is saying you need to do some deep reflection and figure it out what it is that you really want. Which one would make you the happiest, where if money didn't exist, like you would do regardless, if like you would just do no matter what. Like if money wasn't a problem and we were in a society where you just did what you were passionate with doing, which one would it be? You know, think about it. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? Oh shit. Yeah, you're definitely meant to be a leader. And so that's what I say in some of these. It's gonna be a leader and helping people find themselves through healing their body is what I'm really getting. So it's like you're just gonna have to figure out which one is calling to you, okay? And for some of you, that's what's cool about like this message. I think hopefully this is giving you guys enough time, because I'd rather put these over here because I don't want to cover these now. Because yeah, like you all will be called to different messages, which happened in the last group. So you guys will all have to conversate with each other and saying like, which one like called to you the most? Because I'd be really curious, because that's 3 beautiful different paths to be able to go down, right? We have take a break, life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. Yeah, like I think you're definitely a go person, like a hustle person. And so the universe just wants you to take some time to yourself, some peace, to figure out what it is that you want and how you want to help people, okay? And then we have protection, call back your power, cut the cords. Yeah, so to me, this is also about like the mirror, like what's triggering you. So maybe that could be, you know, helpful for some of you, that maybe if something is holding you back, because maybe you're like, I mean, I already knew all this, because this isn't too profound in my opinion, like, because this might not be new information to you, right? So, but for some of you, I think it is. But if it's not, and you're like, I mean, I already knew this, it's that you still need to reflect on maybe something is triggering you from not wanting to start this. It could be an old pattern, could be a mindset. So that's what I mean, is you need to do reflection no matter what to kind of figure out what the situation is. And then some of the last cards that we have are quite a few affirmations from your higher self, your guides, your angels, just kind of all of them. So we have change. Change takes place every day. Yeah, so I think you know, the universe just wants you to know that things are consistently changing. So you're not stuck to like one thing either. Like that's kind of what I'm feeling with that. Like it's definitely okay to be like, well, maybe, you know, I want to do that for a while and then I'll want to dabble in that. It's not like if you choose this, this is your fated life forever. I'm definitely getting that for some of you. It's just that you have to choose a starting path, right? Think about it like a game. Like you have to choose a starting path and you can always pivot, but you got to start somewhere. And so think about your current skill set right now, your current capabilities right now, like in the sense of like, which one of these can you do right now at this stage in your life? Okay, I just felt called to say that. And then forgive. I forgive myself or someone else, and that definitely could be the case with the trigger cards, because something about cords and someone still holding some type of power over you, something is still triggering. Maybe not all of you, because I'm not feeling like that's a message necessarily for everybody. But for some of you, your guides want you to know it's time to forgive so that you can choose one of these paths, okay? Gratitude. Yeah, it's just important that when you do decide on one of these paths to focus on really practicing gratitude and an abundance mindset, because that will only attract more abundance to you, okay? Flexibility. Yeah, again, like kind of what I just said, like you don't have to pick one path and you're fated to that forever where you can't pivot. Like plan on being flexible, because that's part of life. As soon as you feel like it's not things, as soon as you feel like one of these paths no longer makes you happy and excited to wake up every day, then you know it's time to like move on to a different one, right? And that's okay. But overall, you're gonna help people heal their bodies, and that's what I'm getting. Purpose. I wake up each morning serving my life's purpose. Oh my God. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like this is your purpose. This is what you're meant to do. Okay. Relationships. I'm surrounded by relationships. Yeah, so I think you have a lot of people who support you, so lean on them, including your guides, including the universe, your higher self. They're all there to support you, okay? So, and then we have perspective. Each day I hold a higher vibrational perspective towards all things in my life. So yeah, hold perspectives. Always look at the bigger picture when looking in the mirror, as the universe is asking you to do, right? Like with this card, like when you look in the mirror and you kind of start reflecting on, okay, what do I want? Really put a perspective out there. Like think about, you know, look at the bigger picture. Like think about with these paths, if whatever one you chose, what your life could look like in 2 years, in 3 years. Would that make you happy? Which one makes you the happiest? Like you need to evaluate and look at all kinds of different perspectives and look at the bigger picture so that you can really understand what it is that you want, okay? Additionally, I'm gonna pull some other oracle cards, moonology cards, just to see if there's any other information for you around this, okay? So let me go ahead and shuffle these. I love the energy of this deck. It just feels so powerful, but yet so like light. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Oh, there's one. Wow. Confidence is the key to your success. Take that in for a minute. See if there's any others. Okay, so confidence is the key to your success. I mean, there you go. So a message is, whatever one you decide, be confident. Know that you're meant to do this. This is your purpose, okay? So be confident that you're gonna be a badass. That's a fiery climax approaches. Okay, so and what I think it's saying is with this, honestly, your commitment is being tested. Don't freak out, but the universe is just trying to get you to understand that they're here to protect you and that they want to give you fucking everything, okay? And so they really just want you to know that you're gonna have to use your intuition on this one, because I was kind of thinking for a second and I just nothing is really coming to mind. Like nothing is really coming through for that. So I'm not sure. So your intuition is going to know exactly what it is. So you're going to have to use that. But something, to me, it's kind of like a decision is going to come forward. If you don't make this decision, the universe is going to kind of, like, they want you to make this decision, right? Like, so they want you to understand. So it's not that they're going to like test you or anything like that. It's more just about like, you need to understand what you want for your life. And that's like the biggest thing. And so your commitment is being tested. I mean, I don't think it's in the sense that you're being tested and if you fail, the universe is not going to protect you. But I think the universe is saying that they just want you to realize what's available to you and take advantage of it because it's there for you, right? They kind of just want you to know all the things they have available to you because it seems like you really haven't taken advantage of what they have to offer. And so they just kind of want you to know, it's more like, hey, like, please understand, we want you to be happy. Choose whatever path you want because you've done a lot of growth and we recognize that. And so we want to offer you, you know, like abundance. That's what I'm hearing. And then the last card is the energy is gaining momentum. Wow. I mean, there's a huge shift in consciousness right now in general, because of everything just kind of happening in 2020, everyone just feels like shit is on fire. Like, right? For me, I just kind of always felt like there was something else. I was like, what else is going on? Because the probability of having so much impact like this doesn't always come around, right? And so it's really a shift in consciousness is occurring right now. So the energy, like, of so many people is starting to shift and rise. And so I think you're going to be part of that and helping people heal their bodies and because healing their bodies heals their soul because they're combined, right? Like the soul has come to reincarnate into the human body, and it's important that we take care of it so that we can get the most out of the human experience, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting with that. Overall, this is your message. So I would love to hear from you guys down below, you know, if like which one of these resonated with all of you, and kind of what your plans are or what your thoughts are around this. If you already knew this, kind of let me know about that. And overall, I mean, this is really beautiful and this is your reading. So please leave me a like and a comment, and I look forward to meeting you guys down in the comments. So, but I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 3 now. So I'll see you guys next time. All right, group 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the beautiful aquamarine. I actually just got this yesterday, and to me, it just looks like ice, and I just think it is so beautiful. So, yeah. So what we got here is some oracle cards. I didn't feel called to pull tarot cards today, so these are all oracle cards, but we've had great readings so far. So it's all around, you know, kind of more so your life purpose, like your career, like what you can start doing for a job, right? So we're gonna go ahead and light a incense stick. So this one is all about luck and abundance and prosperity. So I'm gonna go ahead and light it with this luck and abundance candle. So I want you to go ahead and meditate on that for about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. It'll just be great to have that energy kind of flowing through. I love incense because something about the smoke just really, it's just so beautiful to watch and just soothing, and it's just kind of my jam. So here we are. All right, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. So the first cards are all about what you're passionate about, okay? So we have Spirit has a plan. Okay. Well, so hold on. Let's take a look. Chameleon Spirit, act as if. Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. Hawk Spirit, let Spirit be your guide. Holy shit. Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Wow. Okay, so what I was kind of feeling is first of all, these two cards are crazy because basically this is definitely a confirmation that this reading is going to give you insight into your soul mission, which they all really have, but this one is pretty strong. So pay attention. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, this is all coming from them, not me. So that's what I'm getting with that. With these ones, it seems like you're really passionate about like learning, and there's something that you study a lot of that you don't get paid for or anything like that, but you're really passionate about something, and the universe wants you to know that you can turn that knowledge into wisdom, in the sense that it's time to start sharing that knowledge. So with the chameleon, you may be like, but that community that I can share the knowledge in, I don't know anything about it, because maybe you have all this amazing experience in a certain type of practice or community, but you don't have the same, like, you know, like education or, you know, traits or like whatever it is that the community's values are. And so maybe I'm feeling like that's what some of you are kind of feeling stuck of. And so the chameleon is just saying you are part of that community because you hold a big amount of knowledge that is going to bring wisdom into that community, where they're going to be like, holy shit. Okay, because schooling and fancy accreditations and all that are definitely helpful, don't get me wrong, but take it from me, I have a bachelor's degree. It can be a piece of paper. Not for everybody. For some people, they do take it seriously and they actually learn, but for a lot of people, but for some people, and honestly, I think a lot of people in kind of the mundane part of society just get the degree to say that they have a degree because it makes them seem more credible, but they didn't actually learn anything from their degree. I have a 4-year degree from, you know, a university in like child development, and don't get me wrong, I know a few things, but not as much as I should for a 4-year degree for 4 years of my life, but it's because I didn't pay attention. And so that's something that I've really learned about, because I have a personal interest in psychology, and so I understand the feeling. I'm feeling like some of you need to hear this message, in the sense that it can be scary when you're looking at a community that requires all these accreditations. I'm interested in psychology, but I didn't want to go to school for another 4 years. And so I said, how else can I use psychology and still be part of that community, but use the knowledge that I already have and turn it into wisdom, right? So I'm just kind of using an example of the sense of, don't be afraid, because you're already part of that community. So own your knowledge and know that you are. Okay, that's just something I felt called to explain, because I understand how this feels, and I understand kind of what I feel like you're feeling. I am an empath, so I just kind of, that's something that I'm feeling for some of you. Love is all around. Let spirit be your guide. These are really beautiful cards. When I was looking in the viewfinder, they're birds, you know, and the background behind them with the green, always the heart chakra. You always follow your heart. That's what I'm really getting. And you're kind of a natural free spirit. It really seems like you've kind of always naturally not followed the path, but it's always kind of been an insecurity for you. And so or for some of you, you may be really good at blending in, you know? And so regardless, this is a skill that you need to learn, that, you know, it's kind of funny because it's like your passion is basically turning knowledge into wisdom, and the rest are just messages from the universe. That's what's so fun about these type of readings with oracle cards, because I feel like it can be so varied from person, like from reading to reading, but it's really beautiful. Okay, so maybe let's get some more insight then into like what you're good at. So how can you actually, if you don't know what community or like what you want to be a part of already, then this will kind of give you that insight. So we have guardian angel, you're not alone. Again, I think that's just goes along with this, honestly. Heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Okay. Trust your talents in changing times. Oh, shit. Okay. And hermit. Retreat and recharge. Okay. So it seems like, I mean, I did say that you're a pretty, like, bright person, right? And you really love love. That I think is pretty apparent to me, especially with the heart guardian. So maybe you like to help people. You like to heal people. That is something that I'm getting. So, you know, that's something you're good at helping people. So maybe you want to be like a therapist, you know, like a counselor type of thing. And, you know, you want to turn the knowledge that you have of understanding, you know, pain or love or compassion, maybe you're an empath too, into wisdom to help people. So I'm getting that. Trust your talents and changing times. And see, that's where I was just like, oh shit. Because that's exactly like what I was saying is, to me, whatever you want to do, to me, it feels like it's healing, especially with the presence of like these cards reminding me of green, like the heart chakra, and seeing love so much. In general, you want to be a healer. And so that could come through a lot of avenues. You know, that could be, I feel like a counselor is just for some of you, but honestly, that could be just healing anybody emotionally is just kind of what I'm hearing. And that could come from so many different ways. But with this, like the fox spirit, the universe just wants you to know that it's, okay, I got on a little bit of a tangent, but with the fox spirit, to me, I'm getting the sense that you want to do something, you're passionate and you want to pursue something that is, the community is pretty traditional by default. And that's why it felt interesting that I was talking about like the certification, like the education type of stuff. Cause I was like, why am I talking about this? But now I understand. It's because I think you're looking at being part, you have all this knowledge within a community that is pretty traditional, where you do need higher education or like certification. Again, I don't want to discredit, because it's all about how the person acts within the education. So, you know, because I am all about learning and education. I'm gonna be going to a school for spiritual coaching, you know? So I believe in education. You just gotta be able to actually take it seriously. And you'd be surprised how many people don't. So it's just, that's what I'm getting is, don't worry so much about tradition. Act as if you're part of the community, because you have the wisdom to be part of it. Like, especially with the hermit, being someone who's just kind of wise and knows how to be grounded within a community that can be challenging, and knows how to kind of be like, no, like I know my shit, you know, because you're compassionate and you come with love. So while people are gonna judge you and be like, you're gonna be like, yeah, but my intentions are real and I just want to help people. And that's just kind of what I'm getting. And so it's, I mean, you have a plan, like your soul has a plan. Let's get even more insight. So the next couple of cards are, because you're probably like, okay, great, how do I do it? So these cards will give you maybe more insight into how you can start like going towards this path if you don't know already, right? Or this might just give you more insight in general. Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Okay, yeah. So I think it's just about like, you need to reflect about what you really want to do with your life, because you have a lot of options. You just have a big heart and you're a healer, and that can come through so many different avenues I can't even say, right? And so it's like, you really need to reflect and just know that you're a fucking powerful person. Are you kidding me? You're such a badass person. You're strong. So you need to figure out what your deepest calling is and just fucking go and be strong and be like, I'm strong, but with a heart of gold, you know? Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Oh my God. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, I mean, look at that. Like these got like these spirit guides cards, the guardian angel, you're not alone. And that, like, just know that you're fine. So it may be scary to go be part of this community, and I can really understand that. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Okay, so for some of you, what I'm getting with that is you may have to break a traditional route that maybe your family has set out for you. Maybe, I'm gonna kind of just scoot this over just a little bit. Maybe your family has a business or something like that, or your parents have a dream for you. They want you to do something, or in general, your family's just always done the same type of work, you know, or like just been in the, like the same type of work. I mean, like maybe they've always been in the corporate world. Maybe they've always been in the self-employed world, like whatever that is, right? Like you're breaking the ancestral pattern and doing something differently. You're rewriting a new future for your line, your ancestor line. Like, and so if you, that's a message for some of you to reflect on. You may need to let go of what other people want your path to be, and let go of the idea of a traditional path and not be afraid to take a path unknown, okay? Especially with this card where she's going to be going through that cave. On the other side, there's going to be something really beautiful. And then we have don't dim to fit in. Okay, yeah. How are you dimming your light to fit in? You know, it seems like I can understand and relate to you a lot that it seems like you have a really open and amazing heart. And so it can be easy to dim your light because you don't want to be egotistical. But just know that dimming your light is not a selfish act. And it's not an egotistical act. Okay, it's a act of, it's who you are. You have a duty to serve, clearly. Like the universe definitely wants you to know that. And you have a duty to heal people, okay? And so it's really turning your knowledge into that wisdom. Let's get some affirmations from your guides, higher self, angels, all that stuff. We have respond. I respond to all situations, circumstances, events, and people with unconditional love. I mean, yeah, we've already been saying that, right? Like you're just somebody who is really compassionate, and you understand taking care of people and making people feel loved. Absolutely. Confidence. I have all the confidence that I can do, that I do, and all in I have confidence in all that I do and all in areas of my life. Yeah, and see, I definitely got that with the warrior woman. Like you need to find your confidence if you don't already have it and fucking own it, because the universe is here to give you that confidence to fucking get shit done, right? Grateful. I am grateful for abundance that surrounds me. Yeah, like the universe wants you to know how much abundance they have just waiting for you, right? Like waiting for you, especially now that I look at this card, like that's even more. Hold on. I mean, shit, those are just cool. So looking at this card further, there's actually shadows coming out of the cave. So to me, it's not like when I was saying going through that cave, this is actually the other side, and that's just her ancestors following her, right? Because cleansing your ancestral patterns and karma will kind of set your ancestor line free, right? But this one is just beautiful because it's like going through this gateway of, you just have so much available to you, and the universe wants you to know. Passion. I live each moment of my life in passion. Yeah. So again, you need to figure out what your deepest calling is and what really ignites you. That's definitely what I'm getting. But I'm also going to pull some Moonology cards just because I like the energy of these cards, and let's just get some additional insights because that don't hurt anyone, right? Get some additional information about your situation. That was not a strong enough shuffle. All right, let's take a look. Oh, that one popped out. Be bold and make the first move. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Oh, okay, all right. Love when the universe is just straightforward. So, be bold and make the first move. Okay, what else we got? Emotions are running high. Okay, yeah. So, okay, let's see. Nothing is yet in stone. A personal issue reaches resolution. And have faith in your dreams. Damn. Okay, so these are just some messages, you know, from your higher self, or for your guides from your angels. So, you know, they just want you to know to be bold and make the first move. Not be afraid to, you know, try new things or go into this community and just own your knowledge and own your shit, right? Emotions are running high, I think, because you are such an in-depth, like, emotional person, which I can feel and understand. Emotions, you know, it's gonna be hard to kind of deal with these people that are going to look at you, be like, you're not going down the traditional route. What? But again, the universe is here to protect you, okay? So a personal issue reaches, you know, resolution. So maybe there is something already in your life that's, you know, you've already experienced that part. And so maybe that's giving you, you know, some of these messages are not going to resonate for everyone. So take it as it does. But that's what I'm getting with that one. Nothing is set in stone. So yeah, like, that's the thing, is like, nothing is set in stone right now, but it's, the universe wants you to know, if you haven't started this yet, it's time to start this, because it's your soul mission. Okay. And then have faith in your dreams. Exactly. Like, have faith. And that card is just absolutely beautiful, right? Like, have faith in your dreams, have faith in general, because the universe has got your fucking back, no problem, right? So have faith in your dreams, because miracles do happen and dreams do come true, right? Disney shit, but like, it's true. Things really do happen. And so start figuring out what you want to do with this, okay? Because overall, that's your reading, which is absolutely amazing. So please let me know down below if you already know about kind of what dream you're chasing, or if you haven't kind of figured it out yet. You know, maybe you can all conversate below and kind of share some thoughts with each other. But yeah, I'd love to kind of hear your thoughts on this. So leave a comment below and a like. And I will see you guys in the next video. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 5. All right, group 4, welcome to your reading. So we're gonna get straight into it because it's really exciting. But what I want to start off with doing is a little bit of an incense intention. So right here I have incense that is meant for fortune and abundance and luck. And then I also have a candle burning here that is for luck and abundance. So I'm gonna go ahead and light that, and I just want you to take a few seconds to meditate with that intention as we're focusing. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. I love incense because I just love the smoke. It's just, I just think it's so beautiful. It's light and just kind of artistic almost in a way, but yeah. So I don't have any tarot cards today. I was just called to do oracle cards. So the first cards we have is your passions, which you may already know. We'll just have to kind of see what your unconscious kind of has to say. So we're going to take a look at those, and then the next cards are kind of all based around what you're good at, and then we'll figure out how to combine all of them. Okay, so let's not waste any time and get straight into it. All right, so the first one we have is the Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. Damn. Okay, so what I have noticed about the past group so far is there's some insight into what you're passionate about in here, but there's also a lot of messages from your higher self in this first row, okay? So keep that in mind, because that's been consistent across the 3 groups so far. Fox Spirit, think on your feet. We'll analyze, but I just want to get them all down. Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. I just want to say with this card, take it as it resonates, but for a few of you, when I first just looked at this card, it reminds me of Atlantis. So for some of you, this is just kind of giving you insight into maybe a past reincarnation. That just kind of popped up into my mind as Atlantis, so I just thought I'd say it for those who resonate. That's kind of what is kind of coming through. So maybe one of, you know, your kind of guides or your past lives is from Atlantis, so not sure. Just thought I'd mention that. Bee spirit, sweet results await. So maybe there is a lot of animals. I mean, there's a lot of different animals here, and this is obviously an animal oracle, but in the sense that variety, like, I don't know why that really stands out to me, but we have, like, I'm just kind of feeling 4 elements. Like, we have water, fire, earth, and air. Like, it's kind of what I'm feeling. I don't know why, but that just kind of came through. And so I just kind of feel a sense of balance. And so to me, you might be passionate about taking care of animals. I am kind of feeling that. And that's why I'm like, there's a lot of animals in this. And I'm like, well, duh, Natalie, it's an animal oracle. But it just is very apparent to me. And harmony, something to do with animals, is something that you're passionate about. Take it as it resonates, something about that. So yeah, and with the 4 elements, it's like you just want to protect animals because you understand that they're part of the harmony and the balance of the planet. That's really what I'm getting. But let's get some insight into like some of your talents so you can kind of more understand like, okay, well, what more, right? Because this is where a lot of the past have been lying as far as more insight into actually what you do with your passion. So we have lady, enjoy growth and recap rewards. So, okay, so speaking of that then, so yeah, working in nature, you may, love to garden and making sure that, there's gardens around like the ecosystem, just keeping more plants available for bees, maybe specifically, but just in general, working with nature, which makes sense with this type of kind of spirit you have. Wow, an oracle, shit. So these are basically different avenues that you can go down based on your passion and based on your soul's mission. So you're gonna have to look at these and take it as it resonates. Your intuition's gonna know. Some of you are meant to be oracles, and specifically with animal spirits is what I'm getting. So an oracle really is just someone who receives messages or insights from higher like realms, right? Like that's all it is. And so technically, like, you can consider reading oracle cards an oracle, right? Like I'm an oracle type of thing. But in the sense that you have the ability that I'm feeling to really connect with animal and nature like spirits, because you're really connected to nature, maybe reincarnated from something that like a shaman or someone who's just really focused with the earth, because that's just really what I'm getting. We have stargazer, set your sights higher. Okay, so you might actually be interested in astrology as well. So, and then the last one we have is wise one, grow within your current situation. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna have to use your intuition, but this is what I'm seeing. Basically, some of you are in a current path right now, where you are working with animals or people or nature or something. And for some of you, you need to just change your perspective of your current situation, because the current job or career that you're in right now is actually the correct one for you, for some of you. So be really aware of using your intuition if that truly feels right to you, because for some of you, hearing that might be a relief. I don't know. Or it might not be a relief. It might be more of an awareness. I don't know. Your unconscious is gonna know, okay? So that's what I'm getting with that. With the stargazer, to me, I think some of you could be interested in astrology, but what I'm getting is, okay, actually, so for some of you that I just spoke about with you need to be happy in your current job, you need to be happy in your current job because it's the right job, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the right position for you in that sense, if that makes sense. So you need to set your sets higher with the type of industry or whatever you're doing right now as a job, and not specifically the job you're doing, okay? I want to make that clear. Like, it's not the job you're doing, it's just the industry that you're in. Does that make sense? The industry is correct for some of you, not all of you, for some of you. And so with this, you just need to set your sights higher, because you like deserve to be in a different type of position that's higher up, that is gonna use your passions more, like is gonna use the passion better, okay? So take it as it resonates. This one I actually don't feel like really ties into this card. That's meant for this one. But so for some of you, there's a couple of different messages here, okay? So, but really connected to nature overall is the energy for sure. But let's get even more insight into what, like how you can use these two things combined. So let's get some insight into that. So we have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. We're gonna take a little bit of a detour for some of you. For some of you, you want to study the ocean. And I say that because remember when I talked about Atlantis? Lemuria is very similar to Atlantis. They had a similar fate, but very similar culture. So something about water, and it's funny that I said Atlantis and having that come up even more. The next card is Mintakian, and this card also talks about, okay, you're definitely a past one of your guides or something. You're gonna have to use your intuition, but something is coming through really strong. You're from Atlantis or Lemuria or a water-based planet at some point, because having the Mintakian card also talks about feeling out of place and feeling like you don't really belong. And always kind of being like something feels off and longing for like a sense of belonging. And so that's like kind of always how, you know, souls who have been in Lemuria or Atlantis feel, which I can relate because I definitely have a connection to Atlantis, which is why I always notice it and always feel it immediately. But it's just to have those three water cards, it may have something to do with studying the ocean. So take that as it resonates. But for some of you, it's really strong connection to making sure that the ocean is protected. And that's one of your kind of directions, right? And so that's the thing, is this doesn't necessarily need to be like gardening or like, you know, this is just about working with nature directly. And this one is about gaining the spiritual insight through, like, from nature. Does that make sense? So it's really going to be whatever one calls to you, because you could also use this part of your past life to help you with this as well. So you're going to just have to use your intuition for that. But that's really crazy and beautiful, because I knew I felt Atlantis. Like, as soon as I saw this album, I don't think that's the right word. Album. I'm butchering that. It doesn't feel right, but I can't think. As soon as I saw the background, it looked like Atlantis. So anyways, moving on, because that's not a message for everybody. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So, shit. Okay, so actually, like with the Oracle and kind of more with the Oracle, I think this is kind of more of a message for the Oracle if you decide to go down this path, is honestly what I'm getting, is you will help people find, like, get connected to their, like, kind of ancestors and animal spirits and, like, earth spirits type of thing, earth energy spirits, to help people get cleansed of, like, their past lives. So think about that. You know, you could be like a card reader like this, right? But help people specifically with healing their past patterns, or just in general helping people heal from, like, healing people from past lives, which is crazy because you have a very strong, like, some of you have a very strong past life connection. And so it's like, that is insane. So you could be probably like, this is definitely meant to be for some of you. So take it as it resonates. We have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. I mean, I don't think that goes particularly with that one, but in general, I think it's about, I mean, it could in the sense of connecting with maybe other people who have a similar mission or goal in mind. And so, you know, again, if you already have a job that is the right path for you, it's again, like, how can you use this information to elevate your perspective of it, right? And set your sights higher, because I just want to mention that because I know there's a couple of mini groups in here, which is always fun. So yeah, I just want to make sure that everyone is understanding kind of which ones are for them, but your intuition got you, okay? I ain't worried. The next cards we have are affirmation cards from your higher self and your guides and your angels and everything like that, just to give you more insight into this. Because honestly, like, that's the thing, is like I said, there's many messages here. All that I feel is lots of earth energy and lots of animal spirit energy, which I know sounds funny because, like, of course I have an animal oracle, but they're just really, their presence is very strong in this reading. And so that's just really what I'm feeling. So yeah, let's get some last affirmations. Opportunity. I am surrounded by limitless abundance and opportunity. I don't want to put it, I'm gonna put it here. Which is crazy because it's just like, yeah, like you have a lot of different opportunities. No matter which direction is right for you, you have a lot of different opportunities available to you. And so you need to just reflect on which one is correct for you. Clarity. As I begin walking my path of self-discovery, I find clarity with each step taken. Yeah, you'll gain clarity. I think you just need to, if you don't already know which path is for you, use your intuition and meditate and figure out what it is that you really want. What do you really want to do? Call upon your spirit guides, call upon your past lives to help direct you towards your path, right? And then we have allow. I allow abundance. Okay, yeah. So the universe definitely wants you to know there's a lot of abundance available to you, and they want you to start really accepting it. So that's just something that I'm hearing. So make sure, you know, you're taking that as it resonates, but that's really what I'm hearing. And then the last card we have is I feel my way through many situations. Use your heart. Yeah, definitely connect to your heart, because your heart will guide you. Again, your intuition in touch with really that part of yourself is going to be really beneficial, I think, as you're navigating this, right? But I do want to pull a few additional oracle cards from the Moonology Oracle. Just to get some more insights, because I really love the energy of this deck. So let's get some insight. Okay. I'd take a minute there to kind of really figure out if there was more cards, but just the three. Okay, the answers you need are coming. Okay, so yeah, if you're not sure what direction, or you're confused about this, or you're confused about anything, the clarity is gonna come, so don't worry. Step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, I think that's definitely, yeah, like if something like this scares the shit out of you, like, what? Like reading cards, oracle, what are you talking about? If that scares the shit out of you, step out of your comfort zone and just know that you can do it. That's what I'm getting with that, because that's a specific, I think, message for this kind of little mini group right here. This one I think is just for everyone. And the last one we have is communication is key, which I feel like is helping this group. Just know that when you figure out, you know, what it is that you really want to do within your industry, communication is key. So really speak about what it is that you want to do. Speak your passion, speak your knowledge, like really let them know, because I think that's gonna help people realize, oh shit, but you gotta believe that you can set your sights higher to getting what it is that you want, okay? So that's just something that I'm hearing for that little mini group. But know that the answers are coming regardless for all of you. I mean, this is, holy shit, like, I mean, that was a little mini like group within a group, which was, it's funny when stuff like that happens, but when you're reading for the collective, sometimes that's just kind of the case. So I would really love to hear down below, you know, more about this. You know, tell me about who's like thinking this path, who's thinking this path, who's thinking this path. Like, I want to see what the current situation is, and you guys could probably help each other if other people are in this path. So definitely comment down below. But overall, really beautiful reading, and definitely you guys have some paths available to you that are really beautiful. All the groups did have a lot of paths, so it's pretty amazing. So please leave a comment and a like, and I'll just meet you guys in the comments and we'll kind of discuss all this further. But that's kind of the end of the video, so I will see you guys next time. So yeah, we'll just comment down below, but I'm gonna go ahead and move to an outro. So if you want to get to know me a little bit more personally, I always add outros in all my tarot videos where you just kind of get an insight more into my personal life. Usually not wearing makeup, so, but it is what it is. So if not, I will see you guys next time.